Drez Anderson, wide receiver of the University of Utah. Drez, how's it going, man?
It's going good, man.
Good. Hey, the 3-1 Utes on a bye week after a win against BYU. How does that sound?
Sounds great, man. A lot of rest and great win against our rivalry team. It's a good week.
You're having a great year. Through 4 games, 18 catches, 404 yards, 3 touchdowns. How does that sound, Drez?
I mean, it sounds great, man. I'm just trying to be a big playmaker for my team, you know. Every time the ball comes my way, I'm trying to do big things with it, you know, convert first downs, score touchdowns.
How has the offense changed?
Dennis Erickson, he just brings a lot of intensity and up-tempo. Back in the day, we were kind of a huddle-up team, but now we're on our, you know, signaling and fast tempo, no-huddle type stuff. So
has he simplified things? It seemed like that's one of the words he was using when he first got here.
Everything's simplified. You know, we don't have that many plays, really. We just do what we do and execute and, you know, make big plays out of it.
Travis Wilson, what a great year he's having so far. Did you expect this from him?
Oh, yeah. I mean, I've seen it since spring ball. Ever since he's really got here, he's been just progressing every time. And this year, he's just being an outstanding player and leading us, basically.
You are now into the gauntlet of your schedule. 4 of the next 6 teams are ranked in the top 25. UCLA coming in Thursday, they're ranked 12th. What is it going to take to beat a team like UCLA?
I mean, just a lot of execution. We got to make sure we're converting on third downs. Last week we were 1 for 14, I believe, and that wasn't so good. So we got to make sure we convert, keep our defense off the field, and we got to put up points. You know, long drives and big plays.
As an offensive player, what do you see out of them defensively?
They're a good team. You know, they got playmakers, they got good athletes. Their secondary is pretty good, and they got a good defensive end, I believe. Anthony Barr, he's real nice, one of the top in the country. But we got our game plan basically set in, and we're just going to make sure we execute and practice.
The Utes and Bruins this next week at Rice-Eccles Stadium, a blackout game. Do you like the blackout games?
Love the blackout game. You know, we're going to come out with some fresh unis. We're going to be looking nice. The stadium's going to be blacked out. Everybody's going to be hyped. The crowd, the muss. It's going to be a great atmosphere for college football that night.
National television.
Yeah.
The Utes are 4-1 in blackout games. We'll see what happens with the Utes and Bruins on Thursday night. Drez, thanks for coming in, and we'll see you then, and hopefully we're talking about a win Thursday.
Oh, yeah, hopefully.
Now time for some Pac-12 football scores. Oregon State is back at it, scoring like crazy. The Beavers beat up on Colorado behind Sean Mannion and Brandon Cooks. Mannion put up another 414 yards and 6 touchdowns. Cooks had 9 catches for 168 yards and 2 TDs. Oregon State 2-0 in the Pac-12, Colorado at 0-1. Arizona couldn't quite hang with Washington. B.J. Danker turned the ball over twice, and Bishop Sankey carried the Huskies. He ran the ball 40 times for 161 yards. Washington 1-0 in the conference. Arizona 0-1. Utes get the Wildcats on the 19th. Stanford continues to act like the 5th-ranked team in the country by beating Washington State by 38 on the road. Stanford's 2-0. Wazoo is now 1-1. Utes get Stanford at home next week. A monsoon couldn't slow down Oregon. 27 points in the first quarter paced the Ducks over Cal. Oregon 1-0 in the Pac. Cal is 0-1. And finally, USC got throttled by Arizona State 62-41. The Sun Devils had 351 yards passing, 261 yards rushing. ASU now 1-1 in conference. USC is 0-2, and they are a hot mess right now. And with the way this year was going for USC, you knew it would happen sooner or later. Lane Kiffin is out. He has been relieved of his duties as the football coach for the Trojans after that 62-41 loss at Arizona State. Kiffin was 28-15 as the Trojan head coach. He is 0-2 in conference. Ed Orgeron is the interim head coach. The Utes will play at USC October 26th. Wednesday marked the beginning of the basketball season for the Utes. This is year 3 for Coach K. It is time to take this team to the next level.
Of course, I feel like, we brought in a lot more talent, a lot more size. So we shouldn't have any problem competing or, pretty much just we shouldn't have a problem competing at this level at all. Like, we shouldn't have any excuses. We should be able to compete.
In my mind, I could sum it up with year 1 being a little bit about survival. Year 2, I think we tried to compete and figure out our niche in the league and what we needed to do. And now year 3, it's time for us to win some games and to have some success. So I'm I couldn't be happier with the effort that our guys are putting forth and the way they're getting along off the court, on the court, what we're doing in the classroom. Still, my feeling is if we can get this group to play defense and play as hard as we have the last couple of years, then that's going to be the $1 million question. How much success we're going to have. I think we've got a lot more firepower offensively and depth and options that way. And if we can get everybody to buy into playing defense, and we all know in any sport that defense is what wins championships, and stay committed to that, I think we're going to be okay.
Don't forget the UteCast. Every week, Robert Jackson and I, along with the guys from UteSportsReport.com, do the UteCast, a podcast breaking down the football team and basketball team, insider reports from the latest with the Utah teams and recruiting. We also stream the show live on KSL.com.
End around, gets a block from Wilson, and what a block it was!